To Be Hero X is amazing. There you go. That's the entire video. You can click off now. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, no, I really needed to make a video on this because, yeah, this genuinely blew my mind away. Now, before coming to Be Hero X, I had actually seen, I want to say 1, 2, or maybe 2 different donghwas before this, but really, I just didn't have much faith in Chinese anime or donghwas just yet. But man, bro, To Be Hero genuinely blew me away. I just kind of wanted to talk about it for a bit because it's been on my mind ever since I finished it, watched the last episode, and I was like, I want to make just a quick review on my channel. I kind of wanted to talk about my thoughts on it, and yeah, look, I'm kind of speechless. I haven't really reviewed a show dedicated yet. It's my first time, but I wanted to break it down a little bit. So, what made this show so special, so different compared to what was already out there in the market? Let me tell you. So let's get the elephant in the room out of the way, alright? The animation. First off, this show, I don't know if you guys know anything, this show has a habit of swapping from 3D to 2D, which is already something we've never seen, or at least I've never seen. Maybe it does exist out there. But already, that alone caught my attention. Secondly, the style of the 3D was very reminiscent of Arcane. I don't know if anyone's watched Arcane, you have to have seen it somewhere. It's not as good as Arcane's 3D, but it's definitely reminiscent of it, and it's took some inspiration. It's pretty good. It's not jaw-dropping if you ask me, the 3D, but pretty damn good. The 2D, however, was amazing. Genuinely great animation on the 2D end. What I like about it is here and there they actually changed up the 2D style, so you weren't even always getting the same 2D, you were getting different styles of 2D. Now, I'm trying not to go into spoilers for this review, trying to keep it spoiler free in case anyone hasn't seen it, and if you haven't seen it, please go watch it, give it a chance. Now, one thing you might notice after the first 3 episodes, or 4 episodes I think, is the main character changes, and that's because, okay, you're gonna have to forgive me on this, I forgot the term for it, there's a term for it. But basically, this show follows multiple different character stories / origins. Now, at first, I thought they were all kind of their own self-contained thing, and they kind of are still. However, as the story went on, we found small links to other characters, to other events that's been mentioned, and it all kind of just builds up to the last couple of episodes where you get back to the present, and I'm really trying not to spoil anything, but I really liked this style of anime where we got to see different characters and their origins, so it always felt fresh every couple of episodes. Now, that kind of leads me on to one of my complaints. It's not even really a complaint, it's more like wasted opportunity, I guess, and that's because there's so many characters in this show and they want to dedicate, a segment of the show to those characters. Some characters just did not get a chance to shine as much as they should have. I feel like there's no bad character in here. More so, there are characters who deserved more time, a little bit more time in the kitchen to cook. And that's like a small nitpick, right? And most people aren't happy with some of these characters that I'm thinking of because they said, they're boring or whatever. I personally think those characters just kind of needed more time to cook. I don't think they're necessarily bad characters. I just think it's kind of a result of trying to cram so many different characters into one show while also trying to wrap up the plot or set up the plot at the end. Let's move on to that actually. The plot of this story, I kind of didn't know what it was going into. Finishing up season 1, I kind of still don't understand the full plot, but I also don't think they want you to. They seem to be setting up a villain for the second season, and the first season just felt more like an introduction to the world, the characters, and bringing you up to speed with the history of this world and the system. And I really like that, honestly. I really enjoyed this. Now, that also makes me think for season 2, are they going to do the same thing, or are they actually just going to continue off where they left off and we're not going to get individual character segments like they did in season 1? I don't know. But talking purely season 1 here, amazing. Honestly, the writing on some of these characters are just really well thought out. Some characters who you're not even supposed to like, kind of, you end up liking just because you find their story kind of sad. I really don't want to name characters because I just really want people to go check the show out. But yeah, there are some characters that obviously you're not meant to like, however, you end up liking them anyway, and that's when I know characters writing is good. If you aren't supposed to like a character, but they somehow make you like it with its writing, I think that's a great written character. I don't really have anything else to say on this show. I'm not one to get super philosophical, and I'm not really a huge analyst or anything. I just think the show was peak. I think it was so different to what we've had in the anime sphere. And you know what? Maybe there are things like this out there that I haven't seen. And if there is, leave a comment down below, recommending me something similar to this. But from my experience, and I've watched quite a bit of anime now, I have never seen something like this before, at least in the anime industry. And I know it's technically Donghua now because it's Chinese. They are actually killing it with their Donghua recently. I've watched a couple of others, but I'm thinking of maybe making another video dedicated to Donghuas, so I won't go too in depth with it, but they are really killing it right now, genuinely. And To Be Hero X was one of, actually, I'm just going to say right now, To Be Hero X is my anime of the year. Crazy, I know, but everything that's come out this year, I think To Be Hero X is my anime of the year. Even if they don't, for some reason, nominate it in the Anime Awards, I really hope they do. It does not deserve to be robbed, but, you know, maybe they won't. Either way, it's my favorite this year. So, yeah, definitely go watch To Be Hero X. Anyways, peace out.